In the heart of Mesoamerica, a story of epic ambition and tragic downfall was about to unfold. It is a tale etched into the very foundations of modern Mexico, a narrative of a people who rose from humble origins to build one of the most magnificent empires the world has ever known. This is the story of the Aztec Empire, a civilization of immense power, wealth, and complexity, whose legacy continues to captivate us centuries later. According to their own legends, a nomadic people known as the Mexica embarked on a great migration, guided by a prophecy from their god, Huitzilopochtli. He told them to build their home where they saw an eagle devouring a snake while perched on a cactus. After a long and arduous journey, they finally witnessed this exact sign on a swampy island in the middle of Lake Texcoco. Here, in 1325, they founded the city of Tenochtitlan. Overcoming the challenging terrain, they engineered a marvel of urban planning, constructing intricate causeways and canals. To feed their growing population, they developed an ingenious agricultural system called chinampas, or floating gardens, which were highly fertile artificial islands that yielded multiple harvests a year. At the heart of this burgeoning city stood the Templo Mayor, a colossal twin pyramid dedicated to their gods of war and rain, a testament to their devotion and architectural prowess. From this island capital, the Aztec Empire expanded into a dominant force. Tenochtitlan flourished, becoming one of the largest and most sophisticated cities in the world. The nearby market of Tlatelolco was a vibrant hub of commerce, a sprawling center where tens of thousands of people gathered daily. Merchants, or Pochteca, traveled vast distances, bringing back exotic goods like shimmering quetzal feathers, precious jade, cacao, and jaguar pelts, showcasing the empire's extensive trade network and immense wealth. This prosperity was secured by the might of the Aztec military. Elite warriors, adorned in intimidating jaguar and eagle costumes, led relentless campaigns, conquering neighboring city-states and expanding the empire's borders. These conquered territories were not directly annexed, but were forced to pay tribute, sending a constant flow of goods, resources, and captives to the imperial capital, fueling its grandeur and power. In 1519, this powerful empire faced a threat unlike any it had ever known. Strange, towering ships appeared on the Gulf Coast, carrying men from a distant land. Led by the ambitious conquistador Hernán Cortés, this Spanish expedition marched inland toward the heart of the empire. The Aztec emperor, Moctezuma II, greeted the newcomers with caution and diplomacy, inviting them into the magnificent city of Tenochtitlan. However, initial curiosity soon gave way to mistrust and hostility. Cultural misunderstandings and the Spaniards' lust for gold created a volatile atmosphere. The tension erupted into open conflict, leading to the Spanish being driven from the city in a brutal battle known as La Noche Triste, or the Sad Night. But Cortés was determined, and he regrouped with his indigenous allies who resented Aztec rule. The final act of this epic saga was a brutal and devastating siege. Cortés and his allies returned to Tenochtitlan, laying siege to the island city and cutting off its supplies of food and fresh water. The battle for the capital was fierce and protracted, with heroic resistance led by the last Aztec emperor, Cuauhtémoc. However, the Aztecs were not only fighting against Spanish steel and cannons, they were being decimated by an invisible enemy. Diseases like smallpox, to which the native population had no immunity, swept through the city, killing a vast portion of its inhabitants and warriors. After 93 days of relentless warfare, disease and starvation, the once glorious city fell in August 1521. Cuauhtémoc was captured, and the great Aztec Empire was shattered. The fall of Tenochtitlan marked the end of an era and the beginning of Spanish colonial rule in the Americas. Yet, while the empire was destroyed, its spirit was not extinguished. The legacy of the Aztecs endures in the culture, language, and art of modern Mexico. From the ruins of their great temples to the flavors in their cuisine, the story of this incredible civilization, its rise from a swampy island to the pinnacle of power and its tragic, swift collapse, remains a powerful and essential chapter in the grand narrative of human history.